Hello and welcome to Business Window Magazine TV channel on your show, Out There on the Street. My name is Tabani Will Maleka. I'm here today with Mr. Star Mohapi Mujausi of Startwood Creations and Interiors here in Bloemfontein. We are going to do, we are going to have a conversation with him around his business. I'm aware that, this is a very beautiful, very interesting story, of a couple in business. But I'm not going to get, I'm not going to get ahead of myself. You are going to listen to him on how he started, his business, with his partner, what challenges they came to overcome, and what was the motivation of them coming together to start Startwood. A company that actually operates within the manufacturing space, specifically, manufacturing all types of furniture, the homeware materials, which of course you will take the liking of what they do. So without wasting any more time, as we move along, just remember to follow our page, our channels on YouTube. We are Business Window Magazine Podcast. On Facebook, we are Business Window Magazine, and on TikTok, we are Business Window Magazine. Netim happy?
Yes, Nigel.
How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you, sir?
Are you well?
I'm very much well, sir. Thank you for having me.
Welcome to Out There on the Street Show. We are very pleased to have a chat with you, around your business. As a startup, we are very much aware that, that there's a whole lot of challenges that, you have to overcome on a daily basis to really make sure that your business grows and succeeds. So tell us briefly about your business.
Good morning, viewers. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. My name is Star Mohapi. This business is like Ndate has said, is basically the furniture manufacturing business. We customize furniture, obviously furniture that fits your space. What motivated us to start this business, it was the fact that we saw a potential in starting this because we get to see many developments every day that have been established or developed around town or even outside Bloemfontein in different areas. So as we manufacture custom furniture, it's what motivated us to start this business. Whereas I had already, before I could meet up with my partner that I'm in business with, I had already had the skill while I was still at a certain institution where I was studying, and then I enhanced my studies there, even became a lecturer on the very same department that I'm in right now. So I got a chance to be able to start the business, and then got a partner that was willing to actually share the goal and do the same thing as to go forward with the business.
Look, you just mentioned very clearly that you had the security of employment.
Definitely.
But you left that comfort zone of employment. When did you get to decide, make that decisive decision that, as much as I'm uncomfortable at work, I really need to start my my business. When did you guys start your company?
The business started a while ago. I think we were almost, I think, a year when we have met, which was we met in 2017, and then we started the business in 2018. But we were operating from where we were renting. We were operating outside before we could get a workplace, a better, conducive workplace. So me to decide to take a decision to leave my permanent employment, that was not only my decision. Like I mentioned before, the partner that I got to meet, we sat down and then checked, and then I took the decision to start or to initiate the risk that you were speaking about.
Yeah.
I resigned in this month, and then the following month she followed, and then we started our thing, and then we used what we had to secure the equipment that we needed and the material, obviously, to start working up to this point, and then yes.
Look, that's a very a very unique element of your story. How you came to decide to start this business. But now, tell us about a phase where you had to invest in this company. Did you have any funding, external funders, to give you sort of like a springboard to to start wherever you were at the time? How did you come? I'm talking specifically about the machinery, the startup capital. How did that part work out for you? How did you guys manage that part?
Well, while I was still at the institution where I say I was working, I was still gathering, because I had a plan prior to meet my partner. I had a plan to own a business like this in the future. So I had a plan, and I kept on trying to secure the minor machinery that one would need. And then when we started, we actually put our monies together, and then we got what we got just to get us pushing.
Yeah.
And then along the way, we got to be introduced to Distia, and then they assisted us in terms of getting better equipment with the funding that we get from Distia. So we got better equipment with their assistance, and which makes things very much easier for us in terms of mass productions, though it's not really that happening right now due to lack of staff. We're still trying to train people to be able to produce more, as we have now better equipment that was actually sponsored by, or that was funded by the Department of Distia in Free State. Yes.
Okay. Look, is manufacturing is it a difficult space to maneuver in terms of getting customers? Is it a congested space, or is there room for growth in as far as what you guys are doing is concerned?
I promise you, there is definitely a big room for growth. One just needs to do things right. Me saying that, if you are able to produce good quality, if you are able to deliver in time, if you are able to advertise well, and you are able to get clients. We go as far as like places like Mpumalanga, out of the Free State, Northern Cape. We go very far, like Lesotho. I know Lesotho is close, but we even go abroad.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. So it's the market is there, and it's very much broad.
Wow, that was actually the question I was going to ask you in terms of your distribution area that but you've already mentioned how far you guys are able to reach.
Yes.
So in terms of the growth of your business, where do you see your business from when you guys started, where you are, and perhaps say maybe a year down the line, are you guys on a growth project, the growth projection, or are you steady, or do are you still dealing with all those challenges that you will definitely without doubt have to face as a business? So basically what I'm asking you is your business growing, or is it steady? Just tell us about that briefly.
I don't know if steady or growing will be the right words to use, but with the challenges that we still have in terms of being able to produce in time due to problems that we will encounter during the time where we're supposed to be manufacturing for clients. Like I said, the business is there, but there are quite a few things that are still lacking that needs to be worked on. You know, I'll basically mention, you know, like the lack of staff that knows the quality that is really needed from, because when we say we are Startwood Creations and Interiors, we like to create new ideas that the people are not even familiar with. And you know, when you see something that is coming out of Startwood, you would definitely know that these people have put so much creativity in every product that they do. Even if we do normal stuff, but we try to push hard to make it look very outstanding. So there is a bit of challenge. It's not really much of a growth, but I think we're getting there.
You're getting there. You're getting there.
Yes.
Viewers, you are still watching Out There on the Street with me, Tabani Will Maleka. You know, like spending some time here with Mr. Mahapi. So when we come back, we're just going to talk and touch on the last issue of, you know, how if there's any more development, if there's any more assistance that they need, you know, like to really scale, you know, like their businesses when we come back. Welcome back on our last part of Out There on a Street Show with me, Tabani Will Maleka. So we're just going to touch on, you know, like our last point with Ntate here on how he actually manages the issue of skilled labor. Does he train his staff, or does he really prefer to have people who actually, you know, like know the work itself? So, you know, like without further ado, let's do that. So, Abdimap, tell us about the, you know, like the labor, the type of labor that you bring in to your business. Do you hire people and train them, or do you source out people who already have a skill so that, you know, the responsibility of tasks on daily basis can actually be much more easier on your shoulder? Just tell us how you manage that space of skills.
On that point, like I said earlier, that I was actually a lecturer at a certain institution doing the very same woodwork. I was teaching furniture and cabinet making, and while I was there, one of my goals was to be able to, the people that I actually trained at the institution, or even people who were there before I could even be there, to be able to, when we need, because now, like, remember I said, I had a plan to have a business like this. So even when I was at that institution, I was at a plan to be able to have people that I'll be training, and I know that later on when I'm having this thing that I'm having currently, it's going to be easy for me to be able to source the very same people that were actually given the training, not specifically by me, because the institution was also giving training to those people or to students, to be able to get people from that institution that I was working at. So what happened is, when I left the institution, I had the students that were already trained by myself. I took some of them with me and then started working with them when I was still operating from home. Even when we got the place to work, still work with them. So for me, the important thing is, it's really not easy for me to go and pick up somebody from the street and then try to bring them in into the business. You know, I get a lot of people who will approach me and tell me, so and so is busy looking for work, and we have seen that you are manufacturing furniture, so maybe it's a family friend, or it's a friend that wants me to hire their child or their cousin for this work. They want to do the work to do this thing, because what I believe in is that when you bring somebody into a space like this, we do so many different tasks here. We have our surface preparation. Actually, we receive the stock. We have the planning in the office. We have cutting of the board, you know, edging, assembling, and we have the surface preparation before the spray work can be done. We have the spray work, and we have the dispatch. So my belief in everything in this is that when you have someone that is passionate about the work that they are doing, you will have to teach them, or I teach them, to do everything in the workshop with the aim of the very same person that I'm teaching. I'm not in a position to say I want people to be working for. I like to develop somebody in terms of sharing the skill that I have. They can work with me or with us for a certain period of time until they feel that they are fit enough in rotating the workshop, doing everything, so that they can be able to go out and do things by themselves. Because even now as we speak, the people that I've worked with, they are also owning their own businesses now, and I know that I have a hand in developing the skill of that particular person. So I believe in giving the skill back to the people that are willing to get the skill.
In closing, I mean, you really sound very, very passionate, you know, like about what you do.
Yes.
Are you content? Are you happy with what you are doing?
To answer your question, I can tell you something. I had a job offer at some point in my life where I had nothing. For me, to answer your question clearly, is that job offer that I got would, at this point where we are, I would be getting a lot of money based on how I know that the starting salary at that time when I had nothing was about 15,000, and then I was promised to get the work vehicle and the toolbox and everything. So I was supposed to do the maintenance work. So because, like I said, I had a plan of what I want to do. I am very much happy where I am. Every day when I wake up, or even at night when I'm sleeping, I would be thinking of something new that I would want to start doing.
Yeah.
The only thing that will come in my way is because of the things that I already committed myself with the clients for, things that they wanted. Otherwise, if one would have time, I would be able to make something new every day. But this is the space where I think I am very, very much happy.
Mr. Mohapi, thank you very much to spend some time with us here on the show of Out There on the Street. We're very honored to have had this conversation with you today.
I thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you. Viewers, our brother here has already clearly put it. Do what you love what you do. Because whatever challenge that you may have to face, unexpectedly so, you will definitely be able to apply yourself to face any challenges that may come about. So find your niche, find that thing, just one thing that you can do and create your success out of. As we wrap up, remember to follow our pages on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. On YouTube, we are Business Window Magazine Podcast. On Facebook, we are Business Window Magazine. And on TikTok, we are also Business Window Magazine. Until we meet next time, just do your best to keep yourself well. Ciao.